Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are back from our break, and it is time to continue on with the main story with Chapter 3 of A Realm Reborn. We're going to start off with the minion roulette, and our first minion of this chapter is... Oh, is that the Shigoi larva? No. What is that? Yeah, it is. It is the Shigoi larva. Nice, how cute. And kind of gross. It is a bug. Yeah, I don't like those eyes. Alright, so let's get started. During my break, I got several things done. I got a lot done. I got caught up on leave quests. I made sure that all my hotbars were redone and are up to date. I cleared out my inventory a little bit, and I actually got a second retainer. I will show my retainer in a little bit, probably at the end of the episode. Let's see, what else did I do? I have mentioned in the past that I am using a checklist very kindly provided by the community to track what I've completed, make sure I've got everything done and I haven't missed anything. And it also provides completion percentage for the game. So far I have... What is my completion percentage? The checklist as of this recording is only up to date as of patch 6.18, and it says I have an overall completion of 8.12%. We're almost 10% done with this game. Hooray! But yeah, no, yeah, we're making good progress. We are definitely making good progress to this game. It's just, you know, MMO. Let's see, what else have I done? Right, something I've been maintaining, and I believe I mentioned early on in the Let's Play is, while I'm not really doing a role play through this Let's Play, I am keeping track of, like, just a document describing Satora's story. Like, it is kind of an like a summary of the main scenario, but it is specifically through the eyes and motivations of Satora. So I've been keeping that up to date. I might read that eventually. That might be fun, to go through that whole document, maybe at the end of A Realm Reborn. Also, while I was doing materia melding off screen in order to make sure my equipment was all up to date, I got the achievement I Got This, which gives a gambler's crown. Okay, increased spirit bond gain +1. I don't know if I'm actually able to make use of that at all, but good to have it. Might stick that in the armory chest. So yeah, sometimes if you get an achievement that has a reward, you'll have to go in and claim it manually, which is a little annoying, but... And then also, I got my retainers set up for ventures, which we'll check out at the end of this episode. Alright, Minfilia, what do you got for us? Minfilia would have you investigate the mysterious Lahabrea. I am afraid there is no rest for the weary, Satora. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Ascian known as Lahabrea. This is an ideal moment to do so while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Ascians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the great effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is the intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with the Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Old Da to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Satora. I will do my best. Thank you. And I can investigate at my discretion? That is actually lovely news. I like being, I guess, my own boss? I like the trust that she has in me. Another thing I did during the break was I made sure I had glamour set up for every single class. Most of the glamours look basically the same as each other, just divided up by role. And we'll be seeing them as we go through the game. But I do have glamour set up, and if we take a look, I actually tied each and every one of my classes to a glamour plate. So when we're in a sanctuary, or an area where we're able to apply glamour plates, and we switch to a class, it'll make sure our look is completely up to date, which is lovely. And also all the Disciples of Hand are the same glamour plate, and all the Disciples of Land, so all the crafters are one, all the gatherers are another. Just because there's not enough glamour plates otherwise, and also, there's not really too much need for a difference between the different crafters and gatherers. Anyways, we are heading on to the Hall of Flames, so I will meet you over there. Alright, made it into Ul'dah. Let's go meet up with Swift, the Flame Commander. How are you doing? What information do you have for me about Lahabrea? The Masked Man? You are coming on behalf of the Ascians, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been a sighting of this rogue near about Eastern Thanaland. A brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Kikiern. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than to speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention, whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it. Alright, so that is genuinely awful news. That sucks. Our witness is dead, but maybe we'll get lucky with Hihibaru? Before we head on to Highbridge to talk to Hihibaru, since we are in the city, now would be a good time to go check out our new retainer and check out Ventures. And I'm going to make this as brief as possible. I've never done Ventures before, so hopefully it'll be brief. We have plenty of Ventures saved up from doing Leave Quests. We've got 36 in stock. Okay, so we just gotta get... I could have just taken the Aetheryte over to... Oh, whatever. It's fine. Alright, let's get on over to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange and see our new retainer. People who have played this game before, who are all caught up on the main story, will probably be in no way surprised and probably slightly judgmental of what I did for my next retainer, for my second retainer. But you know what? You know I'm right. You know I'm right. We've got a cat boy named Rahatia. Unfortunately, most of his clothing is covered in his venture gear, so let's go ahead and send him out. I sent him as a botanist, not because I believe that he would be a botanist, but just because I needed someone to be each of the two main gatherers that we can set retainers to. So let's go ahead and send you on a venture. Ventures are tasks which send retainers afield on procurement expeditions. Retainers can be instructed to either bring back specified items or explore certain terrains for whatever items may be found, be they riches or refuse. It should be noted that retainers well equipped for their journey may return with greater spoils. Assigning a venture requires a payment in a unique currency of the same name, Ventures. Ventures can be acquired through a variety of methods, such as exchanging company seals, fulfilling leave objectives, and for completing tribal quests. We'll be getting to tribal quests after we finish the main story for Realm Reborn. I think you can technically start them before that, but I'm going to go in order of when they were introduced in the patches, because they're all typically introduced during the patches between expansions. Even while on a venture, retainers will promptly answer your call when summoned, and likewise can be sent to tend to your wares at the markets. Be certain to put these resourceful men and women to good use. Please note that you will not be refunded any venture payments if you cancel an active venture. Alright, so I gotta make sure that I'm not sending out people who I might need to get the inventory from, so I'll try not to have them out on ventures when I'm doing crafting and gathering, basically. Hunting, mining, botany, and fishing constitute one type of once you specify an item for your retainer to procure. Exploration ventures constitute the second type, in which your retainer will scour the terrain of your choosing for hopefully precious items. However, your retainer will not undertake a venture without first receiving due compensation. Assigning a venture, yes, we've learned this. We've learned this. We've learned this. A botanist, your retainer will be able to undertake botany and woodland exploration ventures. Got it. Let's do woodland exploration. I do not particularly care. Takes 18 hours to complete, fair enough. One of two main venture types, exploration sends your retainer to scour the terrain of your choosing for hopefully precious items. There is no telling what he or she will find. Indeed, there are certain rare items which can only be obtained through ventures, so make a point of dispatching your retainer as often as your resources allow. Got it. You head on out, and I'll see you in 18 hours. Okay, and it looks like there's a timer menu where we can see how long the venture has until it's done. And you don't need to cancel ventures unless you want to send them on a different venture. Good, so you don't actually need to worry about sending someone on a venture then needing their items. Awesome. You have fun with that. And then we'll send out our other retainer on another venture. Highland Exploration, you have fun. And it's simple as that. Awesome. Very, very easy to get ventures going, and I believe we'll check in on them in the next episode when we are doing our... we're going to be doing a gathering quest in the episode after this, I believe. Right, while we are on our way to the Eastern Thanalan, specifically to Highbridge, I guess I can talk about that. What's the overall plan for episode distribution this time around? Because we divided up between main scenario and class quests and job quests. We're going to be doing about 5 weeks with 3 main scenario quests and 3 job quests. And we're going to be doing about 14 weeks with 2 main scenario quests and 4 job quests. Yes, I've planned 19 weeks in advance. But yeah, we're generally going to be going back and forth between 3 main story and 2 main story over the course of this chapter. So a little bit less often will we be getting main story done compared to the previous chapters. But it is fine, we just have a big density of class quests and eventually job quests that we're going to be taking care of at this point in the game. So yeah, we got a lot we're going to be taking care of. And that means a little bit less main scenario progress, but it's fine. Alright, I'm going to go and meet you over at, let's say, Camp Drybone, and we can head to Highbridge from there. Alright, we are passing through Camp Drybone. Just to make this slightly faster, let's hop on in, and we'll take the northeast exit. Highbridge isn't too far from here. We've, I believe, passed over it several times in the past, so it'll be familiar when we get there, if you've been following all the episodes. If we just go ahead and take the main road down the Royal Elegant Sunway to the east, Highbridge is right over here, and then just beyond that is actually the road up to the South Shroud. I love how everything's connected, except for Lenosia. Lenosia you have to get to by boat. I hate that. Alright, Hihibaru, there you are. I have come in search of information. I hope you have it. Welcome to Highbridge Adventure. Whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. No, I'm not looking to... Oh my god. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? Alright, fine, be like this. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, looks like we're doing errands for Hihibaru in the hopes that eventually they will tell us just where this masked man went and what he is up to. I will see everyone next time for that.